Thursday, October 31st, 11:15 a.m.
Oh, God. Oh, it's freezing. It is freezing. It's Ryan. It is so cold up here. Oh, God. Oh, the trunk. Oh. The trunk. It moved. It moved so fast. It hit me hard. Oh, it hit me hard. I'm trapped. I'm trapped here in the pentagram room. The phone is working. It's in here with me. It's the only light I have in here. I can only guess that the fucking trunk, or Mr. Briggs, whatever Mr. Briggs is now, whatever's left of him, they brought the phone in here so I would have it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not expect to see Mr. Briggs that way. I expected to find him up here. But not like that. Not like that. What do you want from me? What is Mr. Briggs? Mr. Briggs, please, you came out here to help me. You don't wanna hurt me. I don't know what is it doing to you to make you, what? Oh, Jesus Christ, he's dead, but he's moving. He's dead, but he's moving.
Peering in the dark, I hunger for life. I crawl toward it.
Thursday, October 31st, 2:43 p.m.
Hey, it's Ryan. The thing in the trunk, it controls the phone. It controls the phone. It's the only light I have here is from the light of the phone. The bastard thing in the box, the thing in the trunk, seems to randomly turn the phone on and off. It turns the screen off, and after it knocks it out of my reach, the trunk will knock the phone away from me, and then I'll go crawling to get to the phone so I can have a light. But then the light will go out. The room will go completely dark, and I'll hear the trunk sliding around in the dark, or I'll hear the crunching, clattering, this noise like dead leaves shuffling around, and I know it's what's left of Mr. Briggs moving around in the dark. While I'm groping around for the phone, something will hit me hard, and I'll hear a laugh. I hear a laugh from inside the trunk, and sometimes the phone screen will flicker, and I'll rush to grab it, and then it'll go out, and then it'll come on, and I'll see the phone is someplace else in the room, and it'll keep moving the phone away from me. One time I reached for the phone, and a hand that wasn't a hand anymore, it was dead. It grabbed me, and when I pulled away, I ripped the hand off what it was attached to, and it was Mr. Briggs' hand. I tried to run for the exit when I figure out where I'm oriented in the dark. I tried to run for the exit, but the trunk is always in my way. It's too quick. It moves in my way. I had candles and matches in my bag, but everything in my bag it's just spread all over the room in the dark. And when I managed to find a candle and some matches, every time I would light a match, this cold wind would blow the match. Oh, it's so cold. A cold wind would blow the match out. It reeks like rotten breath. It made me puke. I threw up here, and sometimes when I'm trying to find the phone, it makes me crawl through the puke. It laughs at humiliating me.
Thursday, October 31st, 8:17 p.m.
Hi, it's Ryan again. Getting a little used to the cold, I guess. As used to it as you could get. So when I first got here in the pentagram room, where I'm being held prisoner, I'm being held prisoner by a piece of luggage. Being held, baggage check. Being checked by baggage. When I first got here, what was left of Mr. Briggs was standing in the middle of the pentagram. I didn't know what he was now, so I came in. I thought I would help him. I thought he was trapped in here. He was trapped in here at one point. But there's no helping him now. There's no helping me. Nobody can help me. Yeah, Mr. Briggs was standing in the middle of the pentagram, and he was moving. And when I got close, I could see he was moving all wrong. It was like he was being moved by like a drunk puppeteer, an invisible drunk puppeteer, all jerky and bending wrong. And sometimes his feet weren't touching the floor when he walked. So I guess all the moving around was too much for his remains, because the thing in the trunk was using him to scare the shit out of me in the dark for a while, but he just fell apart. I'm glad he fell apart. I don't think that's disrespectful, because Mr. Briggs was long dead. I'm sure he didn't feel anything. Right now, what he looks like is just a very well-dressed mummy that somebody smashed to pieces with a sledgehammer. He's just a pile of bones and dead skin. He looks like the end of every bad vampire film, like when you put a stake in him or the sunlight hits him and they just turn to dust. That's what Lyle Briggs looks like right now. I made sure it was him. I was pretty sure, but I did manage to find his wallet when I was crawling around in the dark, and while I had access to the light from the phone screen, I looked at his ID. Definitely him. You know what? I bet the first... I gotta warm up. I bet the first time I heard the trunk move, what is it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I bet that's when it got him. Way back then. Yeah, it was back when I was camping out in that kitchen pantry. Yeah, I picked that place to sleep because sound is really muffled in there. So, the noises of the crickets wouldn't get to me. So, yeah, he must have come in the house and I just didn't hear him. Yeah, the phone only works up here because the thing in the box wants the phone to work now, and it keeps pushing the phone to me now, and I'm sure it wanted me to call you. And when I refused, because I didn't want to play any fucking games, when I refused, it just smashed me into the wall and just pushed, and I think one of my ribs snapped. Oh, it hurts so bad. So I'm playing ball, Mr. Box. I'm doing what you want me to do. And it wants me to talk to Angela Barnes, because why else would your number be the only one that's been letting me reach, right? Oh, great. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, I've been hearing that for a little while. I think it's the spider things. I think they're on the roof, and every once in a while I hear them ripping up the tarp. Nothing like the sound of the bones of pigeon wings and the skulls of mice scratching at plywood to set a romantic atmosphere. Fear, there's something to fear itself. Here's another funny joke. I found a crumpled piece of paper up here while I was crawling around. Their handwriting looks like it's my own handwriting. And not much of a surprise at this point. I was writing in a spiral pattern. Yeah, it's just bright enough that I can read the piece of paper. I can read it by this phone screen. And this is what I wrote. I am Ryan. I believe that I can escape this house, but I cannot and I will not. I will venture into the fog. I will be convinced it is my own idea. But I will always return when my tasks are complete. I will always return from the fog to the house. Ryan's ideas are our ideas. Our ideas are law. Ryan will find Briggs' motor car. Ryan will retrieve Briggs' satchel. And Ryan will bring the satchel back to the attic. Ryan feels anger and bravery and believes they are his own feelings. Oh good, there's more on the other side. Let's continue to read. Ryan forgets he is useless and a murderer of better people than he will ever be. He will remember these facts when we let him remember. And the realization of who and what he is will crush him. Ryan, I am Ryan, and I will share the delicious pain of my own futility with my new masters. I will return to the attic to confront my captor in the trunk. I cannot go on living until I see inside the trunk for myself. This is imperative. Nothing will stand in my way. I will bring Mr. Briggs' satchel and all the materials therein back to the house and back up to the attic to present to my master in the trunk. Ryan, I, you, we cannot resist these commands. I don't even remember writing that, but what else is new? I never had a chance. I never had a chance. I've been doing what it's been telling me to do this whole time. I just could never remember where the ideas came from. No! All right. Mr. Briggs' briefcase was just shoved at me out of the dark. You know, I wondered why I would feel compelled to bring the fucking briefcase back from the car. It made no sense. Why would I carry a fucking attorney's briefcase back with me, right? When I had to make every bit of space in that bag count. You know, filling it with food and tools and things that might be a weapon and light sources. I carried his briefcase. I carried his satchel. I did what the thing in the box wanted me to do. I did what I was programmed to do. I'm like a computer full of bad wiring. Okay, so... Okay. It came at me again. Alright, it's being impatient, I guess. And by the way, seeing it move is just freaky. It just slides around and leaves gouges in the floor. You want me to open Mr. Briggs' briefcase? Okay. Alright, I'm opening the briefcase. I'm opening it. Alright. You want me to look at these things in here? Look through them. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do. Hey, oh, back off. You want me to read these things over the phone? You want me to read these? Okay, I guess the fucking box wants me to read Mr. Briggs' paperwork. But you know what? Fuck you. You want me to do something, and I want something too. I want to know I get out of this alive. Maybe I smashed the phone, huh? Maybe I smashed the phone, and nobody gets what they want. Huh? What do you... I'll read it.